think about this a lot. They say we have 60,000 thoughts every day. The problem is we have the same 60,000 thoughts every day.
Right.
And isn't that, there's something so sad about that, like, oh, it's true. And a lot of it is this critical self-talk that just sort of pops up. But if we can kind of slow down and become more aware of it, then we can go, oh, there that is again. Okay, I don't need to listen to that. Like,
Right.
I already know I don't agree with you. So you can keep talking, but I'm going to keep doing, right? The difference between the people on the sidelines who criticize and the people who are in the arena doing.
Right.
And it takes a lot. It takes a lot to step up and put yourself out there. You've obviously done a lot of that. So,
Well, and I'd love to share a story with you because what changed my life drastically, like I would say this was the point that changed my life. I had been married to my ex-husband for 18 years. We had 5 children together, and I was working 3 jobs, 60, 70, 80 hours a week. And I was a server in the evening, and I had a rough shift. I was going through the divorce. I was in a rough place. And I remember how I really struggling with the energy at that night of work. And I had been talked to by my manager, and they were aware of what I was going through. And I was like, oh, red flag, they're aware. So they're going to be making sure I'm on top of my job. And I didn't, I needed that job. Yes. And I remember getting in the car the next day and just feeling this low energy, and something shifted in me. And I just grabbed a hold of my steering wheel, and I'm not going to say it because I'm trying to keep this PG, but I screamed out, I'm effing amazing, like as loud as I could. I'm like, I'm effing amazing. But I didn't say effing, but it felt amazing. It felt so good. And so I screamed it over and over on my 10-minute drive to work. And after probably about 5 minutes of saying that, my energy, maybe it didn't even take 5 minutes, my energy completely shifted. And from that moment, I started saying affirmations, but I didn't realize they were affirmations. I just went through everything that I had made a mistake on the night before. Like I forgot ketchup, or if I forgot to fill somebody's water, I'm like, I always remember to fill up the water. I always remember to put in orders on time. I always remember to do this. So it's like, I was on this high, this vibration of just high. And I was like, I'm the effing queen of, whatever restaurant I was walking into. And I walk in with my head held high. And that night was the best night at work. Like my energy was just amazing. And I started doing that every night. And then after a while, I didn't need to say it anymore because I believed it. I really believed it. And I knew that instead of being this martyr of I'm going through a divorce and working 3 jobs, poor me, I was like, I get to work 3 jobs. I meet amazing people every single day. And I get the opportunity to give them an amazing dining experience. And it totally shifted my perspective of everything. And it really is true. And so, the very first time I went and saw an NLP practitioner myself because of some of the issues that I was dealing with, with a divorce and triggers that would come back up to me, and sitting in there for the very first session with her and just listening to what this was, I was like, this is something I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. I knew it in that moment. And she's a dear friend of mine to this day. And I'm just so grateful. I feel like everything really continues to happen in the order. And one of the quotes that I really, really love, that I'm sure Wayne Dyer said, because I've heard it so many times, but when the student is ready, the master appears. And when the master is ready, the students appear. So I've had many beautiful masters come. So I love being ready. I love being ready.